Alright, welcome to MegaNet Gaming, and what we are going to do today is we are going to check out Bless Online before it closes down. I love older MMORPGs, and it's a shame to have to mention older now, given that about any of the newer ones that I play I have been terribly impressed with. That includes ones like Project Gorgon, where it has a lot of the mechanics of an older school RPG, but for some reason I just can't. That one just relies too much on humor, and it kind of pulls me out of the immersion that I expect from such a game. So since they're taking Bless Online down, you might as well, let's see what we can get out of this game before they take it down for good. And I'll go ahead and save whatever data I can in the meantime, and go ahead and throw whatever bits and pieces of the game that I do have in the archive. It's going to be kind of a combination let's play and review. See where this game stacks up with the other games in my collection, which is a collection of, not counting ROM collections, just counting actual games that I have, it's about 1,200 altogether. Right now we're just waiting for it to load, do all the updates it needs to do, and to see how it is. Apparently they're in the process of overhauling this game, and they're going to release Blessed Unleashed on consoles. I did try to start this game about 6 months to a year ago, and I had a bunch of bugs in the tutorial, so I couldn't exit the tutorial area. And no matter what I tried to do to exit, I had issues. So as far as MMOs go, an example of a solid 3, so an average, I would say, would be Scarlet Blade, a game that has the reputation it does for the lack of clothing on the characters, yet underneath has a very average story and average gameplay. As far as top tier, you can put Azeron's Call in that. And then as far as bottom tier, well, might have that here, we'll see. I have been playing a little bit of Ultima Online lately. And I did spend some time on the EverQuest Project 99 server. I was never a huge fan of that. And I do have, I think, a level 15 character, which I know isn't very high at all on a Dark Age of Camelot server. So as far as MMOs go at the moment, I check in on Azeron's Call, the emulation servers from time to time. And then I've been playing Darkfall, Rise of Aegon. I kind of like Fallen Earth. Kind of like Pirates of the Burning Sea. There's some okay games out there, but nothing. Oh yeah, Star Wars Galaxies is another top tier one. It's also no longer online. So let's see if this loads up without crashing the computer. Perhaps it will if we're lucky. Alright, so far it looks like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Got one server here. So I think I'll pick that one server, not to have a choice. Hey! I didn't even get a chance to select what I wanted to be. So what do we have here? The races, we have 4 to choose from. Amistad, a federation of free southern cities, gain independence from the empire. Intelligent, vibrant, ardent, true heirs of the Holy Roman Empire. Start as a refugee in a new village. Discover that the village leader is about to execute a civilian. One hope is that it isn't someone you know. Aqua Elf. And Pantera. I'm not going to go through all these. Oh, Pantera, it's a race of only worship strength and battle prowess. Look like cat people. Masku. Okay. So we got little furry rodent people. Got cat people, we got elves, and you got humans. I think we'll go with the human. Go with the human female. Let's see. Classes, we have the guardian. Swords and shields. Type. Berserker. That's your two-hander. Assassin. Got your ranger, which is your bow and arrow, your ranged weapons person. Got the mage, warlock, paladin, mystic that's locked. I always kind of like the mixed properties of a paladin. However, I wouldn't. Why can't I be a Amistad Aqua Elf mix or something? That's has my own skills, but we'll go with this. An Amistad Paladin. Okay. Character customization. I can do like a giraffe neck. Let's go with a normal neck. A lot of customization. Let's see. Let's have to. Let's go pale. I change the hair color. Let's go with. We'll go with that. Go with that. We don't need any face tattoos. I think we need a scar though. Give her some muscle. Give her some height. There we go, we got our person here. It's gonna be chicken egg. All right.
I will protect the forest's commandments. I'll go first. Whatever the truth, I'll go first.
That's wrong, and I won't stand for it. Don't you want to change the world? Something must be done. That's wrong, and I won't stand. Don't you want to change the world?
Even I haven't heard my true name. The Tree of Life? Even I haven't heard my true name. The Tree of Life? I can bring you there. Hold on, I will help you.
A lot of these sound awful.
Don't get in my way.
There we go. Apparently this uses Unreal Engine 3. So who created this game? I know it originated in Korea. Looks like it was made by, developed and published by NeoWiz Games. I guess the developers were NeoWiz Bless Studio. Uses Unreal Engine 3. It's on Microsoft Windows. The Western release was 2018. It's being canceled September 9th of 2019. So it barely lasted a year and a quarter. It looks like the Steam version will close on September 9th. So this is the third time around that they've tried to make this game work in the West and failed again. So I guess there's time number 4 with Blessed Unleashed. we'll go down. It's gonna let me just leave. I don't really need a tutorial. I've done these games for long enough.
You can't use that. You can't use that.
So how do I get out of here? I'm supposed to interact with somebody else, apparently. Okay, I did. It's gonna be a shame if I actually like this game.
You can't use that.
Okay.
can't use that. You can't use that.
Okay, that came out of nowhere. Yeah, as intended. Question is whether or not this is open world or not. This is non-instance and not full of loading screens. There might be a fun game in here. There isn't. So far it's just, it's acceptable. Looks like the last remaining server in Korea was shut down November 19, 2018. The race is just, there's basically children-like people, cat people, elven people, and humans. It's a game like Acheron's Call. You had Tumorox, Fiamontians, you had 3 races of your standard humans. You had the show Grindum and the Luvians. You also had Awugians. Apparently the cat people aren't very nice.
This is not fair! I thought you were... Capo! She is an important witness!
You're not very familiar with the situation here, Centurion Anita. The Padana scum are all in collusion. We're best off executing them as soon as we have them.
I gotta save her at the last minute.
An execution without even a trial in the territory of Amistad. Hey, you there. Do you mind coming over here and helping me?
Apparently that's me.
This is the Union Protected Zone.
Do you
must be one of the villagers here. I have a favor to ask you. Help me collect the remains of the people who've been executed. Thank you. What is this? A necklace? This necklace seems precious. Find the family of the deceased and return it.
Okay, loot the dead girl.
Please select a valid target.
I can't attack the soldier. There's people here, but I can't interact with them. Actually, they're not here, they're just holograms. No need to worry. And this game runs like garbage.
You can't use that. You can't use that.
I can't use anything.
You can't use that. You can't use that.
I'm a herb gatherer. I
You
pick
can't
herbs
use
and
that.
vertiforest to make potions and unguents.
Okay.
Any interesting news?
What a pop in. Okay, how do I leave? Thought this person already sent me on a quest. Apparently I didn't flag something.
Here, take this necklace. Go to the village and deliver it to the family of the deceased. If you aren't sure who they are, ask at the village inn. I was told a woman named Lita worked there. I'm not very familiar with the situation here. You're a better fit for this job. Oh, I was transferred here to the Gateway Fortress only a few days ago. I worked in the Cornus Mountains before I came here. You know the Cornus Mountains? Straight to the north from here. There isn't a day goes by without seeing a battle with the Imperial Army in the mountains. I'm sure you've heard of the notorious Dreamweed smugglers in this area. Being on the back lines, most people here lack combat experience. That's why they sent me here. Though I never expected to be welcomed by an execution. I didn't take them seriously. Just a gang of smugglers, you know? But if they have such close ties with the locals, it won't be easy to suppress them. On top of that, Albert at the Gateway Fortress is acting strangely. Of course, Albert is in charge of the fortress and he has every right and law to carry out a summary execution, but exercising that right is a different matter. It's hardly ever done, even on the front lines. If we keep doing such things, we'll be no different to the Imperial Army. The Habbict dogs are willing to give their lives at the Emperor's whim. We aren't like them. Isn't that why we fought so fiercely in the war to establish the Federation? I'm just saying, guilty or not guilty is another matter.
Level is too low to use. Oh, that's it, just a help menu.
Hey, get up. Isn't it that guy?
Yeah, that's right. I saw him take the necklace.
Such a smart person. Can't even take care of an object.
Hey, Mr. Unlucky.
Mister?
Come here for a moment.
Oh, he didn't.
Any interesting news?
So that's supposed to speak to.
Don't you know that migrants aren't allowed in my shop? I don't want to be seen with you. It will cause trouble for me. Get out at once. That's what you came for. It's hard to believe a quiet, hardworking girl like that was an informant for the smugglers. I know nothing of her family, but she was quite close with Lita. It's not simply a matter of hatred against us. I mean, there are plenty of people who despise the Padana migrants. But as far as I know, it's probably against the law. Yes, there's a law called... I'm not sure of the name of it, but it basically prohibits a gathering of 5 or more Padana migrants in a closed room. I guess they're afraid we might rebel or start a war. It's all rooted in our history. As you know, we fought for the Empire against the Federation. To an extent, I suppose we deserve to be called traitors. We lived in Imperial Padana. We were ruled over by Margrave back then, but most of the soldiers were civilians, dragged suddenly into battle without knowing what they were fighting for. Do I look that old? I was just a little kid when the War of the Falling Leaves broke out. Anyway, why don't you ask Elsa over there about the necklace?
I just talked to Elsa. Oh, now I can talk to Elsa. It's one of these types of games.
I'm busy right now, so tell the master if it's in order. If you're thinking of harassing me, I'm not in the mood to deal with you right now. This is the necklace that Lita looked after. She's an orphan with no one to call family. So as for the necklace, take it or throw it away. Poor Lita. I heard that she was given the necklace by a lover. She wouldn't say who the lover was when I asked. When I think about it now, she couldn't say because it belonged to the smuggler thug. Why else would Lita have been the smuggler's informant? Lita once hated Dreamweed and its addicts. How did she fall in love with a smuggler? The drug that the smugglers grow and trade. In the end, it's just to make money. It makes them criminals. I'm ashamed that we're from the same village. I heard that most of them, if not all, are from Padana. It's said that the immigrants from Padana are thieves and beggars. I think the Dreamweed rings are worse than that. Our home, Padana, has been destroyed by war. The people of the Federation despise us as traitors, so we're left high and dry. It is very rare and lucky to find a job like I have. At least I don't have to worry about eating and sleeping. Sometimes off-duty soldiers tease me, but it's okay. Anyway, you can take care of that necklace. Any interesting news?
I remember you. You're the one who came here with Lita's keepsake a while ago.
Yeah, like 30
You
seconds
must have
ago.
close ties with someone in the Federation to run an errand like that. Would you be kind enough to do something for me too? There are some dead bodies in front of my shop. I went through their things to find out who they are, you understand. And to my surprise, they seem to be smugglers. I think I'd better inform the Federation. I don't want to cause any misunderstandings. You know, with Lita's death. Plus, the whole thing is related to the smugglers. Please, can you talk to your friend in the Federation and make it clear that I had nothing to do with it? I have a favor to ask. As you may already know, the majority of the Federation troops are stationed at the Eastern Camp to carry out military action against the smugglers. Your connection in the Federation Army is probably there too? What's the Amistad Expedition Camp there for? The village is still swarming with smugglers. Oh, what a mess.
smugglers have infiltrated the village. They must have taken advantage of the lack of security forces while we were busy suppressing the others. You were lucky to make it back safely, by the way. It looked too expensive to be one of their possessions. It is likely that they received or stole it from the smugglers. So, did you defeat them all? I guess it takes more than just luck to kill 2 smugglers. Anyway, we must strengthen our defense of the village. Can you do something for me? Capo Alba has told his men to search the cave. There's a chance that the smugglers are using the cave as their hiding place. All you've got to do is find them and deliver this order. It tells them to return to the village at once when they're done with the search. Meet the innkeeper and recover the dead bodies of the thugs. And then tighten security around the village. I can't think of a reason why Capo Alba would be interested in that cave in the first place. Orders are to be obeyed, so I sent the troops, but personally, I think it's a waste of time. The entrance is thickly covered in spider webs. What do they expect us to find there?
Will you help me? There are so many giant spiders in the cave. I can't... My comrade is... He's still in there. I should go back to find him, but I can't move. Yes, I think he must be injured like I am. We were fleeing together, so he must be near the cave mouth. Can you help him? Please? I beg you. We were ordered to investigate this cave, but we didn't think there would be anything inside, as there are no footprints. We never expected there to be so many spiders. They made their own kingdom. And the last spider was... It wasn't even a spider. It was a monster. We both started running as soon as we saw it. But the next thing I knew, I was alone.
You can't use that. You can't use that. You can't use that. You can't use that. You can't use that.
And walk through boxes.
Can't use that. Can't use that. You 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 can't use that at the moment. You can't use that. This is the Union Protected Zone.
This is my comrade's epaulette. So he's dead then. Thank you for avenging his death. At least that monster is no more. Could you do me another favor? I'm sorry to ask, but, well, I can't walk. Go to the camp and tell the Centurion what happened here. He'll send someone to rescue me.
Wait. Is there any chance that you would want to join the Federation? Defeating smugglers, searching for clues in caves? Our unit is in desperate need of a talented soldier like you. Of course. As a matter of fact, the authorities sent me guidelines in that regard. As part of our assimilation policy, they gave an order to recruit migrants. And I happen to have the best candidate standing before me. That saves some hassle. Good. I will enlist you as a temporary soldier. If you stay out of trouble, you'll become a full-time soldier in no time. Report to Capo Albert.
That new woman leading us is doing this all wrong. Are we really supposed to follow her orders and accept these drifters into our ranks? Huh. We'll see how long you can have it your way. I will grant you the equipment, as the Centurion has permitted temporary civilian fighters. But don't you dare think you could ever become a real soldier. I don't need anyone from Padana in my army. Why do I hate you? Well, that's an interesting question. Your beloved Padana fought against our Federation during the War of the Falling Leaves. But now, as it suits you, you pretend to be Campusian and scrounge off our brothers.
New mission, rookie. A messenger from House Sforza has requested our cooperation. He's looking for someone in Padana. I want you to assist him, since you're from here. Don't tell me you've never heard of House Sforza. They're a prestigious family, and famous for producing 2 Federation consuls. We can't turn down a request from such a well-respected family. Well, giving an impression that the military is swayed by an outsider is the last thing I want. Yet, I doubt that House Sforza would seek help in personal affairs. I guess I still have much to learn before I get used to the way things work here. I fought the Imperial Army in Cornus. I came to Padana in the hope of putting an end to the troublesome smugglers. Let's put aside personal stories and get back to our mission. The name of the messenger was Chico, I remember. He's staying at the inn. I suggest you go there and hear him out. I'll try to stop by when I have time. The name of the messenger was Chico, I remember. He's staying at the inn. I suggest you go there and hear him out. I'll try to stop.
to see you, soldier. As you know, I am Chico, the messenger from House Sforza. I want you to help me search for a girl here in Padana. Thank you. The name of the girl I'm looking for is Marie. She's a daughter of a friend of mine who died some time ago. I heard that he left her in the care of a couple named Pedro's, living in this village before he died. Will you? Oh, please give this purse to the couple. I assume that will be enough to compensate them for taking care of her in the meantime. I beg you, finding Marie is...
What is it? Do you have something to tell me?
Did I hear Marie? Oh, someone really came down here?
Hold on, woman! I'd be glad if we had one less mouth to feed. But what do I do about the money spent on the girl? Food, clothing, and all that? Oh, it's heavier than I thought. No good deed goes unpaid. Not here, at least. Marie! Come here! Where is that brat?
You sent her to the forest to gather firewood.
Ah, yes. She has to earn her keep, after all. She's nothing. Why shouldn't she go into the forest? Anyway, Marie's in the Verda forest. Just go and get her if you like.
You can't use that. You can't use that. can't use that. You can't use that. You can't use that.
Thanks for saving me. Thank you so much. Someone came after me out of nowhere. I thought I would be caught for sure. That's... Maybe it's to do with the gift my dad gave me before he died. I'm sorry. I promised my dad I wouldn't tell a soul. I can't say anymore. I know that name. I have a letter from my dad for a man named Chico. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Go, hurry!
This is the Union Protected Zone. Please select a valid target. You can't use that.
You're back, rookie. The child named Marie came here a little while ago. She said you saved her in the forest. Well done. You saved my reputation with House Sforza's messenger.
Thank you very much for saving Marie.
By the way, the letter from the child, Marie. Is there really an army insider who has been in league with the smugglers, as it says?
Anyway, back to the point in question. Marie's father lost his life while carrying out certain investigations. I think we need to follow up on his investigations. Will you follow in his footsteps? Ah, Centurion Anita.
I've done everything in my power to root out Dreamweed smuggling. The only way to explain my constant failure is a traitor inside the army. We better investigate it, you and me together, in secret. We need to start with indirect inquiries. Meet the villagers or the Gateway Fortress soldiers, and look for suspicious signs among them.
Oh, you said you had become a soldier. Was that true? Anyways, you can see I am busy. So tell Baldinus if it's in order. There are some guests who look at it every few days, and it's rather suspicious. They're not soldiers or merchants, but I don't know what they're doing. Their shoes are always muddy, and I have trouble cleaning up the muck they drag in.
think this is fair? I know the law. I've never hunted animals or cut down trees in the forest. Like I said, I'm just a herb gatherer. I was evicted from my hut in Verta Forest by a soldier. He even threatened me with violence. How could they do this to me? They've all used my herbs to cure their wounds.
I don't understand. We all know that Bella's herbs have helped us. I can't think of anyone who'd send soldiers to evict her. I will see what I can do. There must have been some kind of mistake.
You're that famous traveling soldier. I thought you were at the base. What brings you to the gate fortress? It's usually peaceful around the gate. Although, I don't know whose idea it was to stop patrolling Verta Forest. Everyone knows it's a hotbed for smuggling.
You're back earlier than I expected. So, what have you got? Strange visitors, a hut deep in the forest, and reducing the coverage of patrols. It all makes sense now. That must be the secret meeting place. Ha! Well done, rookie. I see you're talented at this sort of thing. Go investigate the hut in Verta Forest first. It is unlikely that they stay there permanently, so you should be okay. I'll make a quick stop at the Gateway Fortress, then head that way.
I haven't seen you before. Are you alone?
Huh? You're not the point of contact! Come out, everybody!
You can't use it. You can't use that. You can't use that. Please select a
Can't you see my
Please
friends
select
here?
a valid target.
You're persistent, I'll give you that. You even followed me here?
Can't use that. You can't use that. Please select a valid target. This is the Union Protected Zone. You can't use that. You can't use that. You can't use that. You can't use that.
Can't you see my friends here?
You can't use that.
Persistent, I'll give you that. You even followed me here?
You can't use that.
Help me! Bagra!
You were the traitor.
Just what I expected from Bagra. Why me?
Albert told me to kill everyone and leave no seed for future trouble. Give up the necklace, and I'll grant you a painless death.
You can't use that. Please select a valid target.
succeeded. I've returned to you.
Well done, rookie. You saved my life. Well done, rookie. You saved my life. The traitor we were after was a Pantera mercenary known as Bagra. And of course Albert was behind all this. Not even close. Now that Albert has turned out to be the traitor, it'll be a rough ride for us. Albert is the capo of the Gateway Fortress and wields absolute power over his region. He is not only a senior officer, but also an heir to House Esposito. That means he has the background to back him up. Yes. Chico. Why didn't I think of that name sooner? We could use some help from the messenger from House Sforza. Come to think of it, he started all this with his request. Follow Chico and leave Padana before Albert attempts any tricks. And with the help of House Sforza, let the world know of Albert's act of betrayal. I was wounded pretty badly by Bagra. I don't think I'll be back in action anytime soon. After all, I am the Centurion. That means no one, not even Albert, can mess with me. I'd say a migrant and a temporary soldier like you is in much greater danger. You'd better hurry. Good. I will leave the matter in your hands, my friend. I've heard Chico will depart for Spezia today by water. You should be able to catch him at the dock if you hurry.
This is the Union Protected Zone.
You are the soldier who saved Marie. I'm about to return to Spezia. What concerns you? What? Capo Alba Esposito is the one who is working with the smugglers? He's not only the commander of Gate Fortress, but also a member of the Esposito family. Is your accusation based on solid evidence? The carving on this necklace is the Esposito family emblem. It's certainly not a common object. There are a group of suspicious-looking men heading our way. Now let us make haste.
Are you going to Spezia? We haven't had many passengers recently. There's so many smugglers around. Are you going to Spezia? We haven't had many passengers recently. you going to Spezia? We haven't had many passengers recently.
I see a crowd have come to see us off.
You can't use that. You can't use that.
Fellows are pretty skilled. Excellent.
You can't use that.
There you are. There you are.
Are you going to Spezia? We haven't had many passengers recently.
This is the Union Protected Zone.
Any interesting news?
The carving on this... Now let us make haste. I see a crowd have come to see us off. Fellows are pretty skilled. I think they may be Alber's henchmen. It seems he wishes to get rid of you. In my eyes, that's even more proof. You should hide for now. Let's discuss. Ask the boatman to take you to Spezia. Once you arrive there, you will be out of Alber's reach. When you arrive... Hey, oarsman!
Welcome! Welcome! Where would you like to go?
This is the Union Protected Zone.
That was close. Well done for escaping. If you hadn't have made it on time, you might have been captured by Alba. Make yourself at home here at the Gold Dragon Inn. We have a lot to talk about before we start our mission. Spezia is a huge city. To save time, I've already prepared our transportation. Now, shall we talk about the important matters ahead of us? Esposito is a powerful family with great influence on the politics and businesses of Spezia. That's why we need hard evidence to accuse Alba. There's a smuggler I've been tracking from Padana. I need you to go and catch him so we can get evidence about Alba. Yes, to tell you the truth, I came back to Spezia to catch him. Under the circumstances, it's safe to say he takes his orders from Albert. Perhaps he will try to contact House Esposito here.
Here, it's from Boss Albert, and he's asked you for your kind attention. Oh. The pouch is heavier than usual, huh? Please take care of us. I'll put in a bit more this time.
Yes. I appreciate his thoughts. Tell him not to worry about it.
Hey, you're that refugee! I was looking for you.
This is the Union Protected Zone.
It's in his handwriting and he's attached a sigil. Well done. This is a confession and hard evidence in one. But who is he offering a bribe to? Read through this letter, and you'll see what I mean.
That's the one who killed our man!
Watch your back!
You can't use that.
Of the devil. The Red Masks are here. I must tell Spezier Garrison about this attack. I bet they followed you. How brash they are. How dare they carry out an attack right in the middle of Spezia? Yes. When you meet Garrison Captain Franco, tell him Chico has you and he'll know. Go find out who lies behind those masks.
This is the Union Protected Zone.
Why do you want to see Franco?
I've heard that the Red
Now the
Masks have
entire
shown up in
garrison has been
Spezia
put on
once again.
emergency alert because of the Red Masks. Please, come again next
I
time.
checked, and
It's
apparently
not
they
too
were
big a
near the bank
request.
and the Gold Dragon Inn in the
Chico,
commercial district.
I see. Franco, they're even inside Spezia now. We must tighten our security.
Chico sent you? I haven't heard from him for some time. It seems he's returned to Spezia. How did he come to be involved with the Red Masks? They are a gang of extremists who have been a thorn in the Federation's side for months. We've been investigating them, but we don't have much information yet. But even at a cursory glance, it's clear that they are dangerous. They claim to be a political group, but their arguments are so radical that most cities prohibit their activities. In spite of that, their influence grows larger day by day. Yes, they claim to work towards the true liberation of the people. They seem to have taken against House Sforza. They call them a dictatorship. If they were merely political, it wouldn't be a huge problem. They are a gang of criminals. They don't just protest, they take part in subterfuge, and are allegedly behind the assassination of several important political figures. I'm not sure whether they aim to topple House Sforza, or are simply trying to cause disorder. Anyway, if Chico comes forward, that's good for us. I will tell my subordinate to deliver the report on the Red Masks. They aren't easy to handle. Please, take care.
I reviewed the document from Franco. The Red Masks are causing chaos across the whole continent. It's likely to be related to the problems in your hometown. We need to identify who they really are. It seems the Red Mask factions work independently of one another. Unless we find out who's in control, we won't be able to unravel this. We should seek help from someone familiar with these kind of problems. I have a friend who used to work with me. His name is Marco Morte. Take this letter to him. It's not a name. It's a nickname of sorts. Marco, Angel of Death. He worked for House Sforza as a secret messenger for a long time. Too vicious? Well, that's because he was a secret messenger just like me. We make enemies of many people wherever we go. You've seen it enough working for us, haven't you? Sforza is not just a family, but one of the key founders of the Federation. They've done a lot on behalf of the government, especially after the War of the Falling Leaves. Some people criticize, but I believe House Sforza are the ones who have kept the Federation together. As you know, Alvarado Sforza organized the Amistad Federation. He led us to victory in the War of the Falling Leaves and became the first consul. Now his son, Camillo Benso Sforza, holds the position of consul. No, the consul is elected by the Federation Council. House Sforza rose to the post because of their power and confidence. We can discuss politics some other time. We have more urgent matters at hand.
Could you wait for a second? So many things are left undone. I'm out of my mind. Morte? It's the name I once used. Who are you? This is a sigil of House Sforza. My apologies. I was surprised surprised to hear that name all of a sudden. If Chico sent you, you must know that name. Enemies? I'm a blacksmith. I don't have enemies anymore. I have many sworn enemies. Those two are different. Anyway, I don't feel like coming out of retirement. I've already dedicated half of my life to the Federation and House Sforza. I believe Chico will understand my decision. I have no idea what the Red Masks are up to, but Chico will handle whatever it is with ease. Huh. He has no need of a has-been like me. It's shameless of me, I know, but if you are going to Lord Chico, can I ask a favor? I need to make a delivery to Sandy Plain Inn in the old section as soon as possible. Bring this money to the owner of the Cornerstone Inn in the entertainment district. This is for Carlo, an orphan I've been taking care of, to use as living expenses. He can't afford a place to live, and he was kicked out of the orphanage due to his age, so I'm paying for him to stay at the inn.
This is the Union Protected Zone. This is the Union Protected Zone.
Welcome. Can I get you a drink? Or do you... Carlo? Aha, so you were the one Marco sent. Let's see. 1, 2... I definitely received this month's room payment from you. By the way, the boy Carlo has hardly shown himself these last few days. I didn't think he had anywhere else to go, so it's strange. He didn't say he was planning on removing his bed either. If you want to know where Carlo is, I'd go upstairs and see. There might be some clues in his bed or drawers. I know I should be happy as long as I receive the rent, but I feel uneasy somehow.
This is the Union Protected Zone.
Huh? What are you doing here? So how's the boy Carlo doing? What's this? Huh? Carlo joined the Red Masks? The Red Masks are the ones Lord Chico is chasing, aren't they? What made such a quiet, gentle lad join that group? What do you think we should do? We must find him and stop him. It's my fault Carlo fell in with that kind of group. Being raised as an orphan, he must feel so much resentment towards this world. Fool, I can't believe you're trying to repay me. I should be the one begging for your forgiveness. Yes, he's the son I didn't even know I had. I met his mother when I was roaming the continent in the service of Chico. When I next returned, no, I couldn't. I could barely even open my mouth. Because I was not with him when he had suffered the most. How can I call myself his father now?
The Red Masks are far more dangerous than I thought.
So here you are. Speak of the devil indeed. Chico was just here.
So you were here. Has the investigation already begun? I came since their headquarters are right here in the old section.
I will also help Chico. I must save Carlo from the clutches of the Red Masks, no matter what. I will infiltrate their headquarters and bring my son back. Good, then let's get started. We should travel separately to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Meet me near their headquarters inside the old district. The infiltration has been a success up to now. I'm almost positive that the man over there is the leader of the Red Masks. No. Regrettably, I could not find him. Right then. Shall we? There's 2 of us and 3 of them, so the odds are against them, don't you think?
You can now perform the mission. Please select a valid target. Please select a valid target.
Now, shall we have a chat?
Monsters! I'll tell you anything. Please stop!
Who's behind you?
That's it.
Stop! Blast! I lost him.
You can't use that. This is the Union Protected Zone.
Damn it all! Their main force has already left Spezia. According to this letter, Carlo must have gone to Campania. It would be best to report.
I'm glad that you made it back safely, anyway. Those deviants in the old district were just a fraction of the organization. This was an order given to all their members across the entire Federation. Gather in Campania. What are they trying to do there? I better go to Campania, too. I'm glad you came to that conclusion. Your support has been of immense value to me. Because the Red Masks are the ones who ransacked your hometown. And to some extent, your life. If you keep chasing the Red Masks with me, you will find a solution. Marco went ahead to investigate something on his own. Well, shall we head to Campania now? The gondola manager will help you get to Campania.
You complete the mission.
You can reach Campania quite quickly by water. Now, hurry and get on the boat.
It's been a while since I visited Campania Harbor. It's changed. Now,
Let's figure out what the Red Masks are plotting. We need to gather as much information as we can. I'm going to meet Count Mazzini, a man of influence in this city. You look around the harbor, then come to Mazzini's mansion. Mazzini is one of the 3 ruling houses of Campania. The Count owes me a favor, so he'll help. The political system of Campania is a little singular, even among the Amistad Federation. Mazzini, Natali, and Sanchez, 3 noble houses share power. All important decisions in the city are determined by the Council of 4.
Alright, so what do we have here? I actually enjoyed the game so far. Wasn't anything too amazing, but given the complete lack of MMORPGs out there, it was an acceptable story. The combat with the combo chains made it, the action combat system with the combo chains made it a bit more interesting. I'm sure as you progress, it could become a bit more strategic in nature and be a bit more fun. It's Unreal Engine 3, which has a lot of bugs, but the graphics for being an Unreal Engine 3 game aren't terrible. They're fairly well done. I found myself caring about this story, but there's not really. No, it's definitely a theme park style MMO where I couldn't decide that I wanted to be a part of the Red Masks. To be honest, I don't really like any of the groups involved in this. I'm stuck with the aristocracy group, and to be honest, the group that seemed the least bad are the ones that were growing and selling the drugs, to be honest. The logistics chain of that drug system seemed a bit hostile towards me, but seemed to be more out of self-preservation than anything. But I'm probably overanalyzing the game. A lot of pop-in, a lot of cutscenes with invisible people, a lot of towns with invisible people that would come in later. It's very much on a track. However, I am willing to, depending on how much time I have, I'll probably, before this closes, I'll definitely get to endgame and reassess this review and add an addendum to see if anything's changed or not. It's an average game. If you enjoy MMORPGs or you're new to the genre, this wouldn't be a terrible place to start, or a terrible place to for the meantime. As far as other MMOs out there that are better, I haven't played World of Warcraft. I'm waiting for Classic to come out, and I'll do a side-by-side comparison of Classic and Modern. Azron's Call and Star Wars Galaxy are offline. So let's see, what do I have on this computer to compare it to? Let's see what's on here. I'd say it's better than Adventure Quest 3D. Ion, I haven't made it far enough in, but it really doesn't seem all that different from Ion. Worse than Arcade before they started implementing all the cash shop, pay to win type features, and it came overran by people that are mainly just botting. Let's see what else. I'd rather play Fallen Earth. Rather play Darkfall. Rather play Dark Age of Camelot. In any of the forums. Rather play either EverQuest in any of the forums. Rather play Ultima Online. Rather play EVE Online. Let's see. Rather play Project Gorgon. Rather play Pirates of the Burning Sea. Rather play Path of Exile. There's a lot of other games I haven't really played that much of. Really, there's better MMOs out there that aren't getting shut down. My experience is similar to that as with Star Trek Online as far as the gameplay itself being average. Of course, the combo chaining system in action combat is better than the ground combat system of Star Trek Online. But the Star Trek universe is much more well developed, and the stories on the STO are much better written. Charted Waters Online I'd rather play. There's just a lot better MMOs out there. That's just to name a few. Actually, you know what? The Scarlet Blade would be a comparable one as far as quality. It's an average story. A lot of average things going on here. And it really feels like an unfinished game in a lot of ways. It really feels like what it is. It's a early access game. It's just a rehashed game that wasn't really all that great to begin with. But it's enjoyable enough to be an average game. So, we're up to 12 games now on the list that we have here. So, given it's in the threes, it'll be at least 8th place. It'll be above Firewatch, which I gave a 2. And I'd say it's out of the 3 so far, it's the worst one. Worse than Need for Speed Most Wanted, Gauntlet, and Call of Cthulhu Shadow of the Comet. It's an average game with not a whole lot going on. And if you're a hardcore, old school type MMO player, or even somebody coming from World of Warcraft, you're going to find this overly simplistic. And as far as the lore in the game, while it's coherent, seemingly coherent so far, it's just not anything overly unique or special to warrant any special attention. But given this game is about to go away, likely for good, at least in this form, I'll probably give it a full playthrough to endgame. And if my opinion changes, I'll go back and I will change this score and addendum to the beginning of the video and explain my reasons why. So if you're just somebody that, and really with the saturation of very average modern MMOs in the marketplace, unless you've just ran out of games to play in that genre, I can't really recommend this one. But I do have to, so far I haven't had to use a cash shop or anything to advance. Leveling seems to be rather quick. And at least it seems like the quests I'm doing are tied to the story in a meaningful way. It's not just kill 5 monsters because such and such that has seemingly nothing to do with whatever initial reason for me going to the place even was. So, average combat with a somewhat above average combo chaining system to make it a bit more interesting. A barely passable story, a bland environment, lots of bugs. Averages out to an average game, and just barely that. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I tried to include enough gameplay. The first part of the game for people to watch has a good 2 hours worth of gameplay. Actually, it looks like about 2.5 hours worth. So, which should be more than enough time for somebody to decide whether or not this is the right game for them. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and have a great night.